information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henney and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A cloudy and humid good morning to you on this Tuesday, July 5th, 2022. I hope you guys had a great holiday weekend, everybody out there. Jonathan Dent in for Terry Henney today for this week. He will be back with us next week. We look forward to hearing from him. He did leave behind a few special instructions relating to a Michigan Young Growers event put on by Michigan Sugar that will be Thursday. We'll have more of that as we go through the week here. But first, let's take a look outside at the weather today. Right now, over at the airport, they're reporting 78 degrees. Winds out of the west at 13 miles per hour. That relative humidity is at 76. In Midland, we've got 79 degrees. And here at Radio Center, we're at a nice cool 77 degrees. But that relative humidity is up there at 76. West winds at 14 miles per hour with gusts up to 21 miles per hour. So that should be taking care of some of that humidity, but those winds will be dying down as we move through the day here. We did see some rain last night. It was pretty hit or miss, according to our reports. Saginaw saw only 1/10 of an inch, but Chesaning, not too far away, saw 3/4 of an inch of precipitation. For the most part, it looks like those rain clouds are moving off to the east and to the south, and things will begin to dry out here today and tomorrow. Today, we're looking at a high of 85 degrees this evening, and we've got a bit of a southwest breeze, which will be dying down as we move through the day, as well as we'll see those clouds moving out. As we go into the evening, tonight we'll get down to the mid-60s, and we'll see a few clouds start to roll back in. Tomorrow, it'll be pretty dry. Highs in the upper 70s to low 80s, so it'll cool off a bit. It looks like that precipitation that we were looking at last week and we were expecting to move in on Wednesday is going south, and Indiana, Illinois, and Iowa are picking up the majority of that right now. But some good news, we are seeing a new system to our west, which we expect to bring showers and maybe a few thunderstorms across the state on Thursday. So we'll get a bit of a drink there, 1/4 inch to an inch, depending on where you are. Here in Saginaw, we're looking at a bit of that with some showers throughout the day, looking at maybe 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch during that time on Thursday. Especially in the afternoon and evening is when we'll expect that system to roll in. We'll have highs in the low 80s on Thursday, along with that rain. Then things clear up quite a bit as we move into Friday and into the weekend. We'll have highs in the upper 70s on Friday. Then it'll creep up into the low 80s on Saturday and Sunday with those clear skies and sunshine. Our long-range outlook takes us through July 18th. We'll have average to slightly above average temperatures if all goes according to that. And we'll have about average precipitation, which hopefully we see a little bit above average precipitation as we have been relatively dry here, and we'll have a pretty dry weekend coming up. But I think we're expecting to see a little bit of precipitation next week as well. Today, we've got a high of 85. We'll see some of those clouds rolling off into the afternoon hours, but they'll come back overnight. Our record high for July 5th was set back in 1988 at 98 degrees. Also worth noting, our record precipitation on this date was 2.18 inches in 1923. Quite a bit there, but we haven't seen nearly that much over the past 24 hours, but there are a few areas of Michigan that did get up over an inch, especially up north of us here overnight. Sun will set this evening at 9:19 and rise tomorrow morning at 6:02 a.m. Those days are beginning to shorten as we get towards the start to move through the second half of this year. We'll have more on the markets coming up, but first we want to remind you that our weather forecast today brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Krizak's House Family Restaurant. If you've got to supply the food for an event coming up, and there's a lot of them I know, and you've got to supply the food, here's the number, 989-894-5531. You give them a call, tell them what you want, they'll prepare it, have it ready for you, take it back to your event, and you will be a hero at your event. Krizak's House, also a great place to dine in, corner of Cass in Michigan, on Bay City's south side.
Let's head over to the Andersons now and talk with Rick Hollister for this first look at the markets. Rick, good morning.
Good morning, Jonathan.
How are you today?
Good. The Chicago Board of Trade got going again this morning at 9:30. We didn't trade a night session last night because of the holiday. Sharply lower today on corn, soybean oil especially. Wheat's down a bunch again. So nothing positive to talk about in the grains. At the moment, corn's down 25 to 27. Soybeans are down 50 to 65 cents. New crop beans right now down 65 cents, and wheat down 25 to 26 cents. So tough day in the markets again, continuing last week's sell-off. And really, if you look at all the commodities, there's just not much positive to go by over there. Crude oil is sharply lower this morning, with the U.S. dollar being actually strong. Lumber's down, gold's down, silver's down, sharply lower. If you look at particularly at soybean oil, you have to go back now to January, Jonathan, Russian invasion of Ukraine, to see soybean oil trading at lower levels. So we've given back the entire rally from February to May. Now we've given back that entire rally in the soybean oil market. So markets are struggling to find some footing here. Haven't found it yet. And yet the U.S. dollar is stronger, which makes it harder for the U.S. to export crops, overseas, for us to see crops leave the states. So not much good news in the grain markets for our growers today.
Yeah, following that trend from last week, especially.
Yes, sir.
Is there any light at the end of the tunnel? Do we have any new information that might be coming out this week that we're looking forward to, or is it all downhill?
Of course, our eye is on the weather, and we're continuing to look forward into mid-July now to watch those weather forecasts. The 11 to 15 days seems to be kind of the focus. We see the short-term rain rolling through and getting the crops a drink. I haven't heard this morning that overnight Fort Wayne, Indiana, picked up 3 to 4 inches in that neighborhood, northeast Indiana. So, very, very widely amounts across the Midwest, but still a lot of folks getting a drink this week, and more forecast rain into next week. So still warm temperatures, though, above normal temperatures. So we'll see if we do take the rain back out of the forecast. I'm sure we'll bring some buying enthusiasm back to the grains. But at the moment, it's just the big speculator, the fund trader, the big guys liquidating hand over fist here to get out of the way at the moment. So,
all right. Well, let's hope we can turn that trend around, huh?
Hopefully, yeah.
Hope so, Rick Hollister, you have a good day.
Have a great one. Thanks.
All right. That's Rick Hollister over at the Andersons. Let's head over to Doug Klein now, who's standing by at Oppenheimer to continue this Tuesday market report. Doug, give us the good news.
Nope. Nobody buys unless somebody else buys first, and nobody's buying. So hedge funds are starting to liquidate, and even Democrats are starting to lose money. You got to burn it down before you can build it back better, right? So burning it down is the thing they're doing right now, and it's ugly. The dollar's hitting highs. Canadian dollars hitting lows, the yen, the euro's hitting new lows, 20-year low on the euro, the pound's hitting a new low, silver hit a new low, copper hit a new low. It's just really across the board. Deer hit a new low today, $290 or $289 a share. Still up there a ways, but it's a far cry from what is it, $446 a share set back in April, only April.
That's not.
That's a sharp
That's
decline.
A pretty sharp decline, yeah.
2 months ago, and DuPont and Dow both hitting new lows today too. They're in the chemical business for agriculture, of course, and and like I said, nobody buys until somebody else buys. So trends become one-sided and they become very violent, and that's the new world we live in. But anyway, here's your numbers. The September corn is 592 and 1/4, down 27.5. December corn 578.5, down 29. And September of 23 corn is 563 1/4, down 24.5. The September soybeans 1451.5, down 57.5. November soybeans 1329 3/4, down 65.5. In November of 23, soybeans 1250.5, down 48.5. The September wheat is 821.5, down 24.5. December wheat is 836 3/4, down 25 3/4. And July of 23 wheat is 850 1/4, down 24 3/4. I mean, you can say this is on the bright side. Crude oil is 88.85, down $8.45 a barrel. That's 8.5%. Heating oil is 370.85, down 23 cents. That's 5 3/4%. Gasoline is 338.74. That's down 30 cents. That's over 8%. Natural gas, usually the wild child, is 5.47, down 24 cents. That's only 4.25% today. So maybe that was less overbought than the other two, but she wild. Over to currencies, the U.S. dollar and the Canadian dollar. The U.S. dollar gets you a $1.3061 Canadian at the border. That's up 202 ticks, 1.5%. The dollar gets you 135.66 yen. That's actually down 3 ticks. The euro, as I said, hit a 20-year low today, 102.52. That's down 169 ticks. The dollar hit a multi-year high today. It's at 106.69. That's up 155 ticks. Gold is at 1765.60. It's down $35.90. Silver is at 1928, down 31.5 cents. Platinum's at 868.40. That's down $7.
All right, Doug, you try to have a good day.
Oh, I'm just going to close my eyes and dream of the future.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Yep, you're on.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. We'll be right back with more after these notes.
I'm Steve Cook from the Cook Jam Superstore in Vassar with a Cook inventory update. With the continuing microchip crisis and today's gas prices, no one wants to drive or contact a dealership and find out that they only have 3 or 4 new vehicles in stock. At Cook Chevrolet, you'll find 23 Chevy Blazers currently in stock or arriving in time to be purchased or leased this month, starting as low as $206 a month. At Cook Chevrolet, you'll find 25 Chevy Equinoxes in stock or arriving this month with no first payment needed. And this month, Chevy Silverado pickup buyers will find 75, that's right, 75 crew cab 4-wheel drive Silverados starting as low as $368 a month. 25 Chevy Equinoxes, first payment waived. 23 Chevy Blazers from $206 a month. 75 Silverado pickups from $368. Visit or contact us today. That's Cook Chevrolet Buick, M15, top of the hill in Vassar.
Payments based on GM employee and family lease. $28.18 on Blazer, $29.15 on Silverado due at signing. Call or visit us online at cookchevybuick.com. Chevy, find new roads.
Farm Service is being brought to you by the folks at ACH Seeds with their new Homegrown Giving initiative that rewards sugar beet growers and charitable organizations in the communities they call home with valuable donations on behalf of ACH Seeds Crystal Brand Sugar Beet Seed Growers. They're going to be donating $10,000 to a selected nonprofit in the local grower community, and they do need your help. Share this program with organizations in your area. Anyone is going to be able to nominate a nonprofit in need. Simply head to the website and fill out an application. More organizations that are nominated, the more opportunity they're going to have to help your community. But remember, the nomination period is open through July the 1st. So check it out for more information. You can contact Andy Bernia, 989-751-2744.
Let's head over to Bay Landscaping Garden Center where Jerry Samolsky is standing by. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning. Hey, we're 2 weeks away from the beginning of summer today, and already we're seeing signs of heat stress on plant material. And of course, the lawns are beginning to brown out a little bit. A lot of people like that. They don't have to mow so much. But now with the heat stress that we're seeing some leaves on trees beginning to curl and cup, and even some shedding of leaves onto turf. Don't be afraid. It's not bad. It's what happens. They're trying to reduce the amount of moisture they need to take up because it isn't there. But if you can, maybe if you don't want to water your grass, that's okay. It'll come back. But if you've got trees showing stress, trees have much greater value. And I look at watering underneath trees to help keep the trees as healthy as possible. So just by setting a sprinkler underneath your tree, letting it run for an hour or two, that tree will do a lot better. Even though that tree may be huge in your yard, that still works. So, trees like moisture too, right? So water even the big guys if they're showing signs of stress.
So how much water do trees need regularly, and how well do they hold water?
Oh, gosh. I've seen studies where trees take on immense amounts of water in a week. Large trees can take, hundreds of gallons of water a day. And so, of course, they've got root systems that are vast and deep and different things. So, how much water to water? Again, as we talked last week, that's the hardest question ever.
Oh, yeah.
But, but if you just add, it's better than not. Now, last night we had a rain 0.2 of an inch. I did it at my home. That's going to evaporate by the end of today and be gone. So, people think, well, it rained last night, I'm good. No, it's only going to last a very short period of time. So like I say, I just set that sprinkler down for an hour or two. The trees will probably survive anyway, but to keep them as healthy as possible, throw some water down there. They'll give a sigh of relief. You can hear them if you listen.
All right. Jerry, you have a good day.
All right, you too.
Jerry Samolsky over at Bay Landscaping Garden Center. Let's head over now to the Rummel Agency where Craig Voorhees is standing by. Craig, good morning.
Good morning, Jonathan. Sorry to hear about the markets again this morning.
Oh, yeah. We'll have some good news once Terry gets back, I'm sure.
Yeah, hopefully he'll bring some with him.
Hope so. So we've got the wheat harvest coming up, and that's something that's sure to influence the markets as things start getting picked up out of those fields. And we're going to have people out there in combines, and you've got some tips on combine safety and some possible issues that might arise, correct?
Well, yes. Unfortunately, it seems like every wheat harvest, we always get 2, sometimes 3 combines catching on fire locally. You hate to see that happen, and sometimes it's preventable and sometimes it's not. Hopefully folks are taking every precaution they can. When they stop to fuel, get rid of the dust and the debris, check things over occasionally, make sure bearings aren't getting hot, make sure they're greased properly. Especially with this dry conditions we've got going on, even with other vehicles coming into the fields, 4-wheelers, their exhaust systems are close to the ground. We've had those even start fires in wheat stubble fields. So just be extra careful out there. And again, take your time and use common sense and carry those fire extinguishers with you. They sometimes will buy you just enough time to at least get out of the machine if it's on fire.
Absolutely. And if people want to insure themselves against some of this trouble that might arise, how can they get in contact with you?
Well, Jonathan, we're always happy to talk on the phone at 800-572-0939. or they can go to rummelinsurance.com and contact us via email.
All right, Craig, you have a good one.
Thanks, Jonathan. You too.
You too. All right, we will be right back after these notes.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrient Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today.
You ever think about how the best stuff always comes last? Like dessert and championships and weekends. Why do we have to wait so long for the things we love? Is this a conspiracy? At least farmers who use Sharpen herbicide as a harvest aid can skip to the best part of their season. The fastest dry down and desiccation means they get to a smooth harvest sooner. BASF. We create chemistry. Always read and follow label directions.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Steiner Tractor Parts. New parts for old tractors made easy. So simple. All you have to do is call 800-234-3280 or go to steinertractor.com. Remember, they share your enthusiasm for your antique machine, and they know that you want to keep it running. That's why they take their job personally at Steiner Tractor Parts, because they understand your life and job both stop if your tractor stops running. Want to make that unit look really sharp this coming summer? Show it off a little bit at the shows? You can do that. Steiner Tractor. For more information, go to steinertractor.com. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, purchasing local soybeans, processing the local beans, and marketing local Exceller meal, which is a high bypass soybean meal for your dairy herd. They've been doing that since 1991. Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today.
With more on the markets now, we head over to David Anderson at Baird. David, good morning. Oh, let's try this again. David, good morning.
Hey, good morning,
there
Jonathan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well.
What do we got today? We've heard some bad news so far.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you missed your Independence Day sales over the weekend, the market's given you an opportunity today. We've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average down 546 points at 30,550. Volume of 403 million shares. We've got the NASDAQ down 30 points at 11,096. Volume of 418 million shares. Locally, got Deere down 1181 at 289.82. Caterpillar off 609, 172.16. CMS Energy down 304, 65.99. Dow down $1.66 at 50.03. DuPont down $1.34 at 53.41. Corteva down $2.48, 51.64. Huntington Bank down 22 cents at 11.89. Independent Bank down 62 cents at 19.04. GM down 90 cents at 30.29. Ford down 39 cents at 10.93. Mosaic down 2.72 at 44.22, and AT&T off 45 cents at 20.86.
All right. Well, let's hope for some good news as we move through the week here. David, you have a good day.
You as well. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye. Well, we'll be back with more at the bottom of the hour for our 12:30 market update. I'm not sure things will have made any improvement by then, but let's hope so. Once again, I'm Jonathan Dent in for Terry Henney today. Today, we're going to reach that high of 85. Those clouds are going to start to move out, but tonight we'll have lows in the mid-60s, and those clouds should be making their way back in. We'll have more on that in a little bit. But first, we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.